thank you for being here. This is the first of what we believe will be many events to help raise awareness and get women together in community so that we could talk about together and have a dialogue about real issues that real women face in our city, across our nation, and in fact, across the world. We want to be real, authentic, and give the Lord room to really work in us, through us, so that we could really impact our generation and our city. Just so that you have a format of what we're going to do this morning, the goal really is for us to explore the purpose of pain in our lives and for all of us to feel heard. So often we're not heard, right? We talk a lot, but we're not always heard. Heard, included, valued in a safe environment. You know, I think we need to establish the fact that as we go through the morning and we talk about issues, that we're in a safe place, and it's a place that we could feel free to ask the questions that we want the answers for, and that we'll do our best as we journey through that. And to really move through pain to hope and triumph, because that's always the purpose. It's not to remain. Pain is not a destination, right? We go through as we journey to get to that place of hope and triumph. We're going to cover three major topics this morning. The first one is anxiety. The second is domestic violence. And the third is depression. So the format of the morning would be, when we talk about anxiety, we're going to have a short video so you will understand the broader issues surrounding anxiety, and then we'll have someone share their story. Then we'll have a time of reflection or couch time. You know, so often we kind of hear, but we don't reflect. So part of our goal this morning is for us to reflect. And what does it mean to reflect? We've given you all a little booklet, and I hope each one of you has a pen. If not, please shout out, and we will get a pen across to you. But part of reflection is for you to put down your thoughts without a filter. So there's no right or wrong answer. It's how you feel about something, and it's your thoughts, right? So it's pretending you're on a couch talking to a therapist, and you're just going to say what you're going to write down, the first thing that comes to your mind. No filters. So this booklet is yours. I would recommend that you don't write your name on it right now, because if you're going to write all of your reflections, if someone picks it up, it's anonymous. Right? Or if you write your name, hang on to it and keep it safe. But really want you to be real, write down your thoughts, write down your reflections. And after that, for each segment, we'll have question and answers. So what I'd like you to do, you have a little book, you have a little piece of paper for question and answers for all three segments. What I'd like you to do as we go through the talk on that segment is to write down the questions that you have, so that when we come to the end of that segment and the reflection, we're ready with your questions. We're not waiting for you to write it down and then gather it. It's just so that we can move in terms of the program swiftly, yeah? So that's that. So we will start with anxiety, then we'll move into domestic violence, and then lastly we'll cover the very broad topic of depression.
Pieces, pieces, shards and splinters pierced my naked heart. They turned me upside down, inside out, until I bled, and I didn't. In deepest dungeons, I looked for love, my heart homeless and searching. I was hot nor cold, and I had to fold when I was struck by his gaze. I saw his face, and in his eyes, I saw a light of 1,000 suns. His blinding love found me, and I began to see again. I'm the woman at the well, I'm the woman at the well. He has loved me, he has loved me. Oh, my thirst is quenched.
Thank you, that was a lovely poetry. You know, I just want to encourage us to come to that place like the woman at the well did, of vulnerability. When Jesus asked her the question, she was vulnerable enough to actually tell him what it was. We have that story of Jesus actually going through the town, and there was a man that needed healing. He had a withered hand. And when Jesus actually asked him the question if he wanted to be healed, he also followed it up with an action. He said, stretch out your hand. And so often when we are asked to do something, we present our best selves, right? If the man had stretched out his really good, strong hand, the miracle would not have occurred. It was at the point of his vulnerability that his miracle happened. When our vulnerability intersects God's goodness to us, then we find that and our need, then the miracle actually occurs. So as we go through this morning, and as you listen to the various things that will happen this morning, just be willing to be open and vulnerable. And as you do that, you know that God can bring healing, bring hope into our lives.